Welcome along, everybody, to a venue that was built for speed. Once an airfield, now one of the finest racetracks in the world. It's qualifying day here at Silverstone for the British Grand Prix.
Radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
You're in first position, front of the pack. Okay, so the current fastest lap, 1 minute 27.6. And we're in front of Norris, Russell and Leclerc. Down to P12. Okay, so as for the cars around us, just ahead are the fastest lap at the moment, 1:27.6, Russell and Hakkinen. And just behind us are Albon, Hamilton and Piastri. Here are the top 5 cars as things stand. Okay, so the current fastest lap, 1 minute 43.2. Verstappen, Russell, Hamilton, Piastri and Schumacher.
Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix. Welcome to not only the home of British motorsport, but also the birthplace of the Formula One World Championship. It's race day here at Silverstone, a classic on the calendar, and it's time for the British Grand Prix. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Stroll, Hamilton, Oscar Piastri, and Michael Schumacher, Leclerc, Hakkinen, Antonelli, and Alex Albon, Tsunoda, Norris, Ayrton Senna, and Colapinto, Doohan, Behrman, Nico Hülkenberg, and Esteban Ocon, Bortoletto, Aaron, Lawson, and Pierre Gasly picks up the final grid slot. And now it's time to head down to the track. And striding into our commentary box to join us today, the man, the myth, the legend, Anthony Davidson. Now, I'll be generous here. It's not that long ago that you were racing and entertaining us on a Sunday. But in the years since, the sport has changed quite a bit, hasn't it?
Yeah, it really has, Crofty. You know, the cars have got bigger, they're heavier, but critically, there's more downforce to play with as well now. There was about 4 tons of downforce on the car at 300 kilometers an hour when I drove. You're now looking more towards 5 tons of downforce. So there's a big difference in performance. But because of that, the car being heavier and bigger, you've got to drive in a smoother way. You've got to look after it a bit more. You've got to nurse it through the slow speed corners more. They were much more nimble, agile machines when I drove in Formula 1 compared to now.
Radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, as you know, this is the team's home race, which means it's extra important for everybody in this team. They've got friends here, they've got family here, they're all in the grandstands watching, so let's go and put on a good show for them. Car behind is Lewis. They're on fresh mediums. We think they've got one more stop. Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed. Be ready with the clutch. DRS is now available. Piastri's behind you now. Time last lap, 1 minute 36.7. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are just 1 lap old. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 2.9 seconds. Mind that front wing, it's going to need replacing if it takes too much damage. Good work, we're in P4. Okay, gap to leader, 6.5 seconds. Piastri ahead, less than a second separates you. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, Russell's behind you now, less than a second separates you. They're on old mediums. You've got 11 laps until your pit window opens, and that's 23 laps to go. Gap to your teammate ahead, 4.0 seconds. no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Okay, we've been given a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done. You've got a 4-second gap to the car behind. 4 seconds. Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please. We had an issue removing the front wing. I know it's not ideal, but let's try and put it behind us and get back into this race. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Okay, we're sat in P12 now. The distance to the leader, 33.4 seconds. Okay, Senna's ahead of you. Okay, the gap is less than a second. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Albon behind. Less than a second separates you. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. And 11 laps to go. last lap, 1:32.1. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good. Verstappen's ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead, 3.8 seconds. They're on fresh mediums, 2.5 seconds. Sat in P8, well done. Okay, so gap to the leader, 18.2 seconds. It's Verstappen ahead, less than a second separates you. They're on fresh mediums. Car behind you is Senna. Look after these tyres now, we want to finish the race on this compound. 9 laps to go. Okay, the underbody's taken some damage, you might start to notice it soon. Systems all looking good, head down. Good job, that was the fastest lap of the race so far. Okay, gap to the car in front, 3.2 seconds. Okay, Häkkinen's ahead. Time last lap, 1:31.8. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 3.3 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Their tyres are 6 laps old. You're gaining by 2 seconds a lap, amazing. Good work, we're in P4. Okay, gap to leader, 10.1 seconds. Piastri ahead. Okay, gap ahead, 9.5 seconds. They're on old mediums. Häkkinen's behind you. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home. Gap to your teammate ahead, 10.0 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. They're in first. Time last lap, 1 minute 32.3. Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Good job, guys. Some good points.
And Lewis Hamilton takes the checkered flag and once again wins.
And that's 2 wins in a row now, of course, Crofty. And it marks the fact that it's not a fluke. So, you know, their head's in the right space. What more can we see going forwards?
It's what they've all been racing towards, waiting for them. High above the pit lane is our podium. And for the lucky three, it's time to stand on it. It's a familiar sight in Formula One, and here it is once again. Lewis Hamilton with the trophy held high, celebrating a masterful victory. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action, and I can't wait to see what's next.
Right, boss. This is the time to negotiate with some sponsors. Obviously, revenue is key to our chances in F1, so we need to cut as many big-ticket deals as possible. Now is the time to make it happen. Okay, we've sent off that sponsor contract proposal. With any luck, we'll hear back soon. I'll keep you posted. Great news, boss. The sponsor we were after are pleased with our proposals and are happy to sign. I'll get all the relevant paperwork sorted. All that's left to say is, congratulations.
Hey, boss, have you got a moment to look at something? Hey, boss, what do you make of this?
Hey, Chief. We've got multiple parts out of research. Don't forget to develop them. We've got performance sitting on the table that we could be getting into the car.